You ever wonder how an organization like TCF, as it gets bigger and bigger, keeps everything running like a well-oiled machine? Well, behind the scenes, there's a team dedicated to exactly that. They're called Operations Excellence. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look at who they are, what they do, and, most importantly, how their work makes a real difference for our schools, our teachers, and our students. So let's kick things off with a question that anyone in a growing company can probably relate to. What happens when a mission you really believe in, like our mission to educate, starts to scale up? And fast. I mean, growth is fantastic, but it definitely comes with its own set of challenges. And here's the main challenge right here: complexity. As TCF grows, the simple systems that used to work just fine can start to get, well, tangled. Workflows become inconsistent, data gets a lot harder to track, and pretty soon, that main focus, educating students, can get a little bit blurred by all the administrative hurdles. It's just a natural growing pain of success, really. But, for every problem, there is a team of solvers. And right here at TCF, that team is Operations Excellence, or OE for short. They were literally created to tackle this growing complexity head on. So what is the OE team all about? Put simply, their job is to drive performance and efficiency across our entire school network. And they do this by focusing on two key things: performance management, which is basically measuring how well we're doing, and process improvement, which is all about finding ways to do things better. So why do they exist? You can really boil it down to making our processes faster, smarter, and more reliable. Faster means getting rid of those inconsistent workflows that slow everyone down. Smarter is about building solid data systems so we can all make better data-backed decisions. And more reliable? That's all about improving communication and collaboration so everyone feels connected and is on the same page. And this, right here, this is the ultimate goal of all their work. It's not just about efficiency for efficiency's sake. It's about simplifying all that complex behind-the-scenes stuff so that our educators and our school leaders can pour all their energy and passion into what truly matters: student learning. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's dive into the how. How exactly does the OE team go about simplifying systems and making our whole network stronger? They have a really methodical approach, a four-step improvement cycle. It all starts with standardizing workflows so everyone is doing things in a consistent way. Next up, they develop data systems to give us clear, real-time insights. From there, it's about enhancing coordination to break down those silos between teams. And finally, they ensure governance, which just means creating clear policies to keep everything on track. And this isn't just theory, They have a whole toolkit to make it happen. We're talking about things like Power BI dashboards that help us actually see the data, a central school management system, and of course, super clear standard operating procedures, or SOPs. They also use project management tools, create playbooks, and this is crucial, they pilot test everything to make sure a new system actually works before we roll it out to the whole network. What this approach does is create this amazing before and after picture. So where you had inconsistent, messy processes, you now get streamlined, standard workflows. Where data was invisible or just plain wrong, you get real-time dashboards you can trust. Those silos between departments, they get broken down by clear communication. And all that slow manual work gets a major upgrade with efficient digital tools. All of this strategy and all these tools sound great, but what does it actually feel like on the ground, in the schools? Let's talk about the real-world wins, the tangible impact this work has on our schools every single day. So who's really benefiting from this? Well, the impact is felt at every single level. For our principals, it means they save a ton of time. They're spending less of it buried in paperwork and more of it leading their schools. For teachers, it means getting the support they need right when they need it. And for our students, it means they get to learn in a well-managed, organized, and supportive environment where the focus is 100% on them. And this work is never really done, It's always evolving. Right now, the team's focus is on enhancing our dashboards, making key processes even better, and investing in automation. One of the really exciting projects on the horizon is the development of Rahuma, a brand new system that's going to replace some of our older tools and support the entire network. This brings us to a really important piece of the puzzle: your role in all this. See, Operations Excellence isn't a team that works in a bubble. Their success really depends on collaboration with everybody at TCF. So how can you get involved and connect with them? Let's just ask that question directly. When is the right time for you to reach out to the OE team? because understanding this is key to making our entire system work better together.
All right, so when should you give them a shout? Well, think of OE when you need some help with data systems or dashboards. If you're looking for clarity on how a certain process works, they are absolutely your go-to people. You can also get involved by joining a training session or a pilot program, or hey, even just by giving feedback on a system you use every day. And reaching them is easy. You can use email, the help desk, or get in touch with your regional focal person.
At the end of the day, the goal here is so much bigger than just being efficient. It's about building a real culture of collaboration and creating change that lasts. By simplifying our systems, the OE team empowers every single person at TCF to do their best work and contribute to our shared mission. So the next time you run into a tangled process, maybe the question isn't just, how do I fix this for myself, but how can we, together, make this better for everyone? That's how we'll keep growing, not just in size, but in strength.